junkies. It's me, ASMR Scrap Peep. And today I'm back with another shiny new invention. Or something. So, today's video is gonna look a little bit different, which that's kind of the idea. But I'm going to show you guys my top 10. Well, there's one more that I snuck in, but it's worth it. So technically my top 11 favorite music albums. These are just, well, these are like CD formatted, as you could tell. There's like the plain disc, but I kind of like to play music old-fashioned way. I just put these CDs into my car, and then I just crank a random one up when I'm on the road to school or work or somewhere else. If I don't find the music on the radio to be of my taste, that is. So I'm gonna show you guys my favorite ones. So let me know which one of these you like the most. So let's get started. So unfortunately this one, I did have the original CD cover, like the case for it, but unfortunately it broke, and I don't know where else. I don't know where it went. But well. So this is this is a 2-disc version. This is the greatest hits for the band Heart. Most of you probably know them for Ann and Nancy Wilson, the two sisters that lead this band. Of course, Ann Wilson does the vocals, the lead vocals. Nancy Wilson does some vocals, but she plays mostly guitar. So this is the Essential Heart. I guess that's what they call their greatest hits. With hits like for CD1, there's Crazy on You, Magic Man, and of course Barracuda. And for disc 2, well, I should say disc 1 is kinda like a rockish kind of thing, like a classic southern kind of rock, I guess. At least that's what that's what I think. And disc 2 is like a more of a melancholy opera orchestra rock, with hits like These Dreams Alone, There's the Girl, I Want You So Bad. There are quite a lot of hits on here that I really like. I think I prefer disc 2 more the most, but I'll gladly listen to disc 1 all day too. I did get to see Ann and Nancy Wilson Heart live once. They were on tour with Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and I think Elle King was the other one. But I was so shocked to see Joan Jett as well. Like, I knew Heart was the main event, but I did not expect to see Joan Jett too, so I was pretty excited at the time. But yeah, this is Heart. This is one of my favorite classic artists. Next up, y'all probably know this. This is an iconic Evanescence, Fallen, Amy Lee's band. We all know this album, especially the cover. It's so iconic. This is obviously like a hard rock with some orchestra and mystical kind of elements implemented as well. So there's the front and there's the back. Of course, can't forget about the back. And here I'll get a closer look at the hits there. Just get you a good look. personally, even though Bring Me to Life and My Immortal are the best hits, I prefer, I personally prefer either Hello or Everybody's Fool, because both of them happen to have some nice piano bits, although My Immortal is a very piano-esque song. So here's the inside of it. There's the CD itself. Kinda interesting look. You got that little 3D thing. At least I think it's 3D. It kinda looks 3D. And then, I don't know what, it says Megan Crew. I guess someone signed that. But it's fine. But yeah, this is Evanescence Fallen. I did get to see them live. I did see them live once, along with Korn. They were like neck and neck, with two other small bands. I did get to see Amy Lee come out for an acoustic cover of Freak on a Leash, so that was pretty nice. Even today, Amy Lee still rocks, both in voice and piano. I'm not sure if she could play other instruments, but I bet she rocks out at them. Okay. Alright. Next up, we got the Bad Boys from Boston. Yep, this is Aerosmith. I grew up playing Guitar Hero Aerosmith at the time, and I just kind of got addicted to their music. I thought that their style was a little out of place, but it felt right for me. Especially Steven Tyler. His singing voice, obviously, we know he tends to sound rusty, and he sounds like a scream queen whenever he screams. Here's the back. Probably Angel or Janie's Got a Gun. It all depends on the occasion. Sometimes I also like What It Takes. And yeah, sadly the thing broke, but it's fine. So here's the CD. Very clear. Not a whole lot of detail to it, which is alright. Okay. Yeah, it shows you all the songs and like the production, direction, and all that, and the lyrics and all that too. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. It just like gives credit to all the other members in the back. I unfortunately did not get to see Aerosmith before they retired, and before Steven Tyler had that accident. So sad about that, but I still love Aerosmith. I still love singing their songs. I personally prefer Dream On and I Don't Want to Miss a Thing as my two favorite hits, but I listen to a lot of their hits as well every day. So can't forget about the Bad Boys from Boston. Okay, next up, another iconic figure. This is Michael Jackson's Thriller. This is probably the album that got me into pop music, or at least made me accept pop music. I really love Michael Jackson. His voice, his dance moves, his music, it all just sounds so smooth. Obviously this is a pretty smooth, silent, kind of like Halloweenish album. Well, mostly Thriller. Yeah, but of course, you got hits like Beat It, Wanna Be Starting Something, and of course, Billie Jean. I personally prefer Billie Jean the most just because I feel like I could dance to that the most, and I find I sound closest to that. And yeah, sadly broke off again. Okay. Here's the CD here as well. And oh wow, Paul McCartney even gets featured in one of his songs. That's nice. Ooh, Quincy Jones produced it too, which is pretty nice too. But yeah, this is Michael Jackson's Thriller, which it's a very iconic album and very popular and still is even today. Obviously there are much more music than this album, but this is still the album that got me into not just MJ but pop in general, so rest easy MJ. Alright, this one is kind of an interesting one to some of you, but this was another album I listened to quite a lot during my early years. This is t.A.T.u, Dangerous and Moving. This is one of two albums that they have. I think the other one is called 200 km/h in the Wrong Lane, which is their more popular album, but this album is pretty good too. I think they're supposed to be Russian. I think, I could be wrong, don't quote me. So of course, there's all the hits. I think I would prefer either Craving or Sacrifice, but again, every song that they make is very nice. They were very popular in like the early 90s, early 2000s, and of course there are the two baddies there. And then there's the CD. Kind of looks like a caution sign in a way, with the yellow and black there. Then again, you can tell by the traffic line. It's like they're supposed to be somewhere like a construction, and looks like a bridge. I think I could be wrong, but yeah, this is t.A.T.u, Dangerous and Moving. I like this album quite a lot. I probably listen to it more than I think I do. The end, I thought this was like just pitch black, but you have to wait like at least a minute, I think, a minute or a half until something else comes up. It's like a TV song-ish. And yeah, there's the cover. Okay, there's the back of the cover here, and you can see. So this is supposed to be themed after like a newspaper, but deep down they show you the lyrics of each song. Like for example, here's Black Parade. You can tell it's all in newspaper format, which I think is a pretty cool thing. I think it's a unique way to display song lyrics. But yeah, My Chemical Romance is one of the many few albums that I have that contain emo music. But then again, emo music is amazing. Okay, next up is 6 a.m. Prayers for the Blessed, Volume 2. The first one was called Prayers for the Damned, I think. Now 6 a.m. is a band composed by Sixx, the bassist for Motley Crue. This was like his side gig. This was like his second band, where he basically spoke his life about in this album. I think he did partially for Motley Crue, but he does it for mostly 6 a.m. And there's the main man, the man who cheated death twice. He could cheat death 3 times. This is James Michaels, I think. He's the vocalist, and he plays guitar and piano. And there's DJ Oshba, the main lead guitarist, and of course Sixx plays bass. Oh yeah, CD broke apart again. I'll show you so there are the 3 guys again. And yes, there is a drummer. Oh, okay, they tell you. Like, yeah, that. Oh, they got a couple other bandmates there. I think is supposed to be a drummer and backup vocalist, I believe. And, oh wow, they got quite a lot of words there. I'm not sure if you could read that, but yeah. It's, some nice detail there. Yeah, but yeah, Sixx. It's one of my favorite bands, unironically. Not just because of Nikki Sixx, but because it just sounds very underrated. I feel like Sixx doesn't get as much love as it should, in my opinion, just because Molly Crew gets all the love. And Nikki Sixx has part in both ways, in both bands, that is. Oh yeah, it's, We Will Not Go Quietly is the best hit, but I like Maybe It's Time, Suffocate, and Helicopters. Those are my top 3 hits. So yeah, all bless Sixx. Okay, next up. Next up is another iconic favorite, Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory. Godspeed to Chester Bennington. Yeah, I know they have a new female vocalist and she's pretty good too. I forgot her name, but I'll figure it out later. Yeah, I grew up listening to Linkin Park a lot too. Funny enough, my mother is the one who got me into the band. So of course they're the hits down there. Of course, in the end is their biggest hit. Well, Numb is bigger, but in the end, I think is the bigger hit, in my opinion. Favorite song, I prefer either Pushing Me Away or, where is it? One Step Closer or Crawling. Yeah, I like those 3 hits a lot. I have been playing a bit of piano on both, for this band. Of course, in the end, what I've done, I may try my December, Underground. I'm probably not gonna use that there, but yeah, here's the CD. I never expected it to be red, but hey, I'm here for it. There it is. So, once again, they tell you all the hits. Looks like a map, like it, of some sorts. Of course, they tell you the lyrics of certain songs. I guess they give credit. Yeah. There's like band member things, I guess, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory, and of course Meteora. I think my mother has the Meteora album, but I have both albums. I think I have to get the other ones as well to really embrace Linkin Park as a whole. So, but Hybrid Theory is definitely a good place to start. And I know some people say it's very edgy music, but I wouldn't call it that. I call it soul touching. Okay, next up is the Goo Goo Dolls. Apparently, this is their greatest hit, Senta One. Yeah, this band is from Buffalo, New York, so I kinda have some Buffalo Bills bias for this band. Yeah, go Bills. Anyway, Goo Goo Dolls has some pretty serene music. I think almost every hit I could listen to on repeat. There's like no clear favorite of mine. Well, except maybe Iris. But I do like Broadway, Here Is Gone, Let Love In. Black Balloon I sang during a ensemble before. a song that I could not listen to. Okay, let's show. Oh, oops. Yeah, fix that there. Yeah, I think the thing that holds the CD is broken, so there's all the heads there. Okay, so yeah, they basically. Oh, there's the guys, and here are the songs as well. I guess they show you the production. Yeah, some albums show the lyrics, some don't. Which it's not a big deal, but yeah, this is Goo Goo Dolls, the greatest hits. I tend to listen to this album after like a Bills game, like after the Bills win. I just listen to this for some Buffalo bias. Although I should get the Killers for Mr. Brightside, and maybe White Stripes for Seven Nation Army. But yeah, this is the Goo Goo Dolls from Buffalo, New York. Okay, I'm gonna save this one for later. Okay. This is quite an interesting album, or interesting way to display an album, that is. This is BLACKPINK, Born Pink. This is a pretty nice album. It's a pretty intricate album with the box. This came with a bunch of souvenirs. I think I have them all packed aside, but it came with like pictures, a few stickers, maybe a couple of accessories here and there, but deep down there is the CD. Here it is. I think they only have 8 hits on this album, which... Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Personally, I take either Hard to Love for Rose Solo or The Happiest Girl. I've actually played The Happiest Girl from time to time on piano. It's a pretty nice song to play on piano. I really like this song. I know it's kind of edgy, it's kind of sad, but I love that song so much. I think Pink Venom, it does sound pretty delicious. I do have the other 2 BLACKPINK albums as well, the classic one, and I think it's called The Album. That's it, that's just the name. But yeah, I think Born Pink is probably my favorite one, but each album has at least one song that I love so much. So, BLACKPINK in your area. This is my all-time favorite album from my all-time favorite band. This is Black Veil Brides, The Phantom Tomorrow. And yeah, there he is right here. Look at him. He looks like a Bloodborne character. He looks like Michael Myers. Like Michael Myers got introduced to Bloodborne. Now this album, I believe it is the 6th album that they installed. There you could tell there's a lot of red here, which I think their second album has Orange for Fire, and their third one has like white and green for like the Divine Skies, taken over by Regis. But yeah, there they are. Yeah, this is my favorite band. They are from Cincinnati, Ohio. They're originally said to be like a fusion of Motley Crue and Kiss, but they become their own thing. There's so many good hits that they produce. I think Torch is probably my favorite one of them all. although Fall Eternal definitely speaks to me personally, so does Fields of Bone. Um, I got this during a concert. I did see them once before. Well, more than once. Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay, Sumerian Records. I guess this is just advertising. There it is. So here's the booklet, and yep. They tell you the lyrics for each song. I think each of them have their own, small artwork. You probably can't see much, but I'll scroll through each page for you. Oh yeah, Shadows Rise is supposed to be kind of like a knockoff of one of their hits from Wretched and Divine called Shadows Die. Shadows Die was the original. Shadows Rise is kind of like a volume 2 of the Shadows album, of the Shadows song. There they are, the 5 boys, the 5 main men. Ooh, that's a nice symbol. Almost there. I'm just scrolling through these, and that's it. Alright. Alright, there's the CD. It's pretty. As much as I love this album, I think this BVB logo looks kind of ugly. No offense to the band. I love him. I still love him. And there he is. There's the boy. But yeah, I have. The only album I don't have for this band is Veil, which is their 5th album. I have yet to get Veil. Although I think Veil got a lot of hate. I thought Veil was pretty nice album. Obviously, I do love the Phantom Tomorrow the most, probably the most out of all the albums that they produce. So, yep, that's my band. I did get to see them 3 times, and I plan on seeing them 10. Alright, that is gonna do it for today's video. It might have taken a bit longer than anticipated, and you probably were getting tired of hearing me ramble, but thanks again for watching. I will see you all in the next video, whenever it may be. I'm sorry for not uploading as much. Been cornered with night work and lots of family. I've had to deal with a lot of family stuff, but I'll try to get some videos or 2 out for you guys. So, thanks again for watching.